Hello, Lenny.
Hey, get your face up there. You got people in there waiting.
What?
Get your face up there. You got people in there waiting.
Okay, I will. Bye.
Oh, there, I can hear the phone ringing now.
Okay, bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an evening of fun and excitement. Lynn says, yeah, right. What we're doing is I just decided that I took a nap earlier and I'm not sleeping now. There's nothing much on the tube. And I thought, well, what the heck? Let's go on and see if anybody else is out about. Joe Mack, how you doing? Rigor Mortis, good evening. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on, but if more people do join us, then we'll probably stay a little longer. But for right now, it's just us, the three of us. I went over and was scanning through YouTube. There wasn't much on. The Ken Heron show was winding up. Um, so I thought, well, maybe there's enough people here that would like to have some place to go to after Ken's on. So here we are. How's everybody doing? Is it snowing where everybody is, or? Drone Rise Photography, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging together here this evening. Thought maybe we'd talk a little bit of drone information. How's everybody? Is everybody formulated an opinion about the new FAA rules, or is anybody going to buy a new drone? I know it isn't necessarily the best weather. It's been snowing here for 2 days here in north of Detroit, but rigor mortis, it's raining there, huh? Ah. Drone Rise says it's a balmy 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Yeah, it's right now it's 27 degrees here in Port Huron, right here on the border with Canada, and snowing. It's been snowing on and up, mostly on for ever since Wednesday evening. It's supposed to continue on snowing tomorrow and into Saturday morning, then let up, then start all over again. I know Roger up at Canadian Drone Hub was having a lot of snow up there. Poor Roxy was out there wading through the snow. Mia, she's got a little bit longer legs. She can get through it pretty well, but yeah, rigor mortis. That's a good point. I know a lot of guys though are, because I know that the rules in both countries and around the world, everybody seems to be jumping on the Mavic Mini because of the weight. You still have to fly according to the rules, but you don't have to register, and therefore some rules don't apply. Yeah, Drone Rise, you're correct. It's to be 2 to 3 years, depending upon who you talk to. But the only thing is having been flying drones, copters, for since about 1987, 88, time flies. 1 minute think you're on top of the world with what you want to fly, and the next minute you're into something else and you're selling that and getting a different one. It's kind of like having an addiction. Max Air, how you doing? I'm on here because Lenny told me to come back on here because she's kind of my executive producer. I know, Mia. I'm gonna have to get Mia a little chair so she can sit up here and say hi to everybody. Yeah, as I get older, it gets a little hard to sleep. What I do is take like 1 or 2 hour naps throughout the day. Nighttime, I probably can sleep on a good night, maybe 5 or 6 hours at the most. Right, Mia? Yes, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Well, I'll tell you what, when you don't sleep much and you get old as dirt like I am, there are times I'll be doing just fine, and the next thing you know, I'm nodding back off again. Lenny, I stayed awake all one night, Lynn, and I didn't snore a bit. So I don't know where you got that snoring thing from. Yeah, my little girl, she's my little girl for sure. She's been go. I don't know whether it's boredom or what, but she wants to go in and go out and go in and go out and go in and go out the last couple of days in the snow. And then she's always ready to come right back, running right back in again. So, but I love her to death. Michael Banny, hello, how you doing? How you feeling? Are you getting motivated for the big move? Um, you're going to the way I took it was once you get your house ready to sell over by Niagara Falls, as I recall, you're moving to Kentucky. Um, you're going to start moving a little bit at a time. Is that right? Rat girl, how you doing? Pusa, Andrew, how you doing? Um, Andrew is always a favorite here on any channel he goes to, and his channel is just cooking all the time. Um, I would highly recommend if you guys haven't checked out Pusa Studios. Oh my gosh, it is a bomb. You know, it explodes. It's just going. It's on fire, and Andrew is the key behind the whole thing. Oh, Al Ksenia, I can't say enough about a Ksenia. He's got a wife that is second to none because they are paired perfectly. The two of them just are such a great match. It makes everybody else. If you have that same kind of match, you're good as gold. But to watch those two together, it's like peanut butter and jelly. It just goes together, you know. Well, I'll tell you what. If you spend any time on here at all, you want to catch Pusa Studios as often as you can because it is the time will fly and you'll have a good time and Andrew will keep you in stitches and Ksenia the same. Ksenia kind of like reels him back in periodically, but it's such a great show. I know that everybody looks forward to whenever Andrew comes on to another live stream. Like he periodically comes on over to Canadian Drone Hub, and Ksenia is always in the background. You know, she is his producer, and he is the centerpiece. But she's right there too, and I just love their thumbnails and the way they produce the show. It's just fantastic. Yep. Well, you know, what's the old saying? Behind every good man is a fantastic wife or mate, I guess you could say, because we live in a different era where you don't necessarily have to be married, but us old schoolers, you young whippersnappers do what you want to do, but us old schoolers are a little different. Coast to coast. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Andrew, don't get yourself in trouble now. I'm just kind of stroking around here. Bill, that's funny. Yeah, everybody, is probably going to start winding down on the East Coast. But, as you get to the West, we're looking at 7:20, right? So that's not too bad. Well, Drone Rise, to answer your question, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Simply because everything is so up in the air. Plus, with the rules and regulation, now I'm a 107 pilot, so I fly under different rules. There are some cases that are a little more lax, other cases they're a little more restrictive. But all the new drones are pretty much stalled in the pipeline right now. They're not coming out. So I fly a Mavic 2 Zoom as my primary, and I have a Mini. I just sold an Air, but and I started out flying great big chainsaw motor helicopters. Then I had Inspire 1, Inspire 1 Pro version 2, and Inspire 2. And so I've kind of worked my way around to all of them. Centroid, how you doing, Mark? There you go. Bill's got Led Zeppelin just on. I would hope headphones maybe, but no judgment here. You play it how you play it. Max Air, yeah, I saw you made a comment something up there about you've never gone live before. It's a lot of work. Andrew makes it look easy, and so does Roger, but it's a lot of work.
Hey there.
Hey, Andrew is here in the house.
When I got Xenia message, she's like, Andrew, I think Paul sent you an invite. I'm like, no, never. He's not that. If you are getting this in light years, man, you're jumping ahead like crazy. So
it only because Lynn's pushing me, Andrew.
Good.
She's always on me about that. Don't you think it's time for you to go on? Don't you think? So I think she's got a little Ksenia in her.
And that, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, a good person, a great person, smiling.
Yep.
Measurement. I see that. Yeah. I agree. So there you go. Get things done. I like that.
Yep. So you had another great show.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yep. We're gonna get you to do it next week. Next week you're gonna do the push. Passing the torch on. You're the next one up. So
Well, we have fun here on occasion. I don't get nearly the kinds of people you do, but a lot of solid people here.
well, there's some great folks in here, I see. And yes, even my brother. I was gonna let you do that one. I was opening up the doors to let you run with it. So there you go. It's all yours.
Well, the thing of it is I sent him an invite too,
Oh, come on, bro.
and we'll see if Mark responds,
Is the neighborhood.
because maybe he will and maybe he won't. I don't know.
He's a shy one. He's like a deer.
Well, yeah, he
That's
he
fun.
can be a handful though. You have stories about him growing up, I'm sure.
Oh yes, 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 yes. It wasn't a day go by. He wasn't wearing our mother's clothing. I tell you,
Yep.
that's one of my most fondest memories of Mark growing up.
Well, you said he was always the pretty one, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it. That's it. He was always some sort of princess of some type casting a spell on me. That's all I remember. All I remember after that, I got nothing else to tell. It's all a blank.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, this is dangerous about you having your own live stream because I know what kind of a disturber you are, and I'm not. I'm cheering you on, and I'm also a little nervous at the same time. Oh, he never got the link. Oh, hang on one second. I'll also send it to him too.
Yeah, send him the link.
Oh no, he doesn't use Twitter anymore. Or something. Yeah, that's right. I had him on Twitter. I don't think I have his email. Maybe he has it on his page on his about.
You want me to try and send it again?
Sometimes they get stuck for some reason. Gotta get them.
Okay, well let me.
Oh no, I see your Twitter. I'll send it to his Twitter as well. See if he's answered that in the last
Send. Okay. And while I'm over here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to invite Rojo on too, Robert.
There we go. Yeah, because I really can't stay on too long, but I had to come on when I seen it. I was
Well, I appreciate any kind of time anybody gives, because it's not like a feather in anybody's cap to be on the Paul Murray show. But
oh no. I'm honored. I'm honored to be on. I think it's so awesome that you're doing your own live streams. I really do. I think this is a natural fit for you. And the more you're gonna do it, the more you're gonna like it, the more you're gonna run with it, I think.
Well, here's what I told Lynn tonight. I said, anybody that hasn't done this thinks you just do it. It is nerve-wracking, it's tiring, and it wears you out.
That'll pass soon. That's the initial nerves into it, and that will pass very soon. After a couple of times, you've already done lots of them. You're just not used to being the one that hits the go live. That's the only real difference here. So you're going to be just fine.
Mark, I sent it again.
I sent it to your Twitter as well, but I forgot if you canceled your Twitter or not. I noticed you haven't had a message since October 2019. So,
oh, that's an old account. Well, maybe he's just keeping that open just so he can correspond with you.
Well, that's a possibility too. Like I said, you got to treat Mark like a deer. He's very candid. You can't spook him in any shape or form. Steps around him and stuff like that.
There he is.
Well, my golly.
Oh, I know you sent it.
It's your brother.
There he is.
So, Mark, you can clear it up. Do you still have that Twitter account?
Yes, I do. I just don't really use it as much as I should.
I believe you on that one. When I said October,
Yeah.
It's sitting a little dormant. So yeah.
Oh, dormant. Dormant's that's an understatement.
Well, I told him you guys could keep that Twitter account just between the two of you for like family connection, you know?
Oh, look, I just got the link again. Did you? I must have gotten the first link a second ago, and now I just got your latest one.
Okay.
What is this? You're sending it through Canada now?
Well, it's got to clear customs.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
because the shortest distance is through Canada and then back into the States,
Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Sorry, the way I thought she wanted to have a conversation. I got a little nervous. She was just
Yeah.
making a statement. She said, "Mark,
So-
that beard." She sees your beard coming out.
Oh, well, I've shown you the beard before. I mean, the beard.
The beard, yeah. This is baby steps. Are you growing it back out again?
If my wife has anything to say about it, no.
I'm the opposite. I don't even want mine this long, and she's fighting to have it out to here like that.
Oh Lord, I liked it, and but I mean, listen, I really don't care about how old I look, but when I have that beard, I'm like ZZ Top old.
Yeah, I'm in the mirror every morning, and it's like killing me to go shave.
I know.
I don't
So
look at-
Paul, I did warn you that if you wanted your show to go down to tubes, to go ahead and send me the link. 'Cause,
No, you are stellar amongst stars.
are you kidding me? It always seems that when I get on here, things take a turn for the worst.
No.
The innuendos just, well, let's just say,
the in your
well, let's just not say, yeah, in your what? Yeah, exactly. See, and it begins.
Hello, Quicksilver. How you doing? And JDS is in. JDS says, "Oh my God, it's the Paulie, Teach, and Mark show."
there you go. There you go.
What's up, JDS?
Hey JDS, how you doing? Quicksilver as well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
I would probably normally be trying to settle in, but there's a slim chance that we may not have school tomorrow. So I figured, why the hell?
Is
Not-
it snow? Is it snowing there yet, Mark?
Not yet. It's supposed to start. It's like snow days always. Timing's got to be perfect for snow to fall for the schools to be canceled. It's got to start at around 3-4 in the morning, and then it's got to hammer us so that the plows can't keep up.
Yeah, down south and on the southern end of the East Coast got hammered today.
Yeah, and that's what's supposedly coming up this way. And the Syracuse and we have our weather patterns are fairly similar to what Roger and Andrew get. Maybe a little warmer because we live right on the Lake Ontario, so we get all the lake effect stuff.
Right.
And I'll tell you though, the funniest thing I ever heard, well, I'm sure it's true about other places. When I moved to Central New York, I was talking about the weather, and they're like, "Yeah, if you don't like the weather, just wait an hour."
Yeah.
It turns on a dime. It could be raining tomorrow for all I know.
Yeah.
But on the lakes for sure. It does.
Yeah.
Turn
So.
a heartbeat. Our schools got canceled already, so that means we'll probably not get much snow. If they had to cancel, it'll probably be up to our throats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back in
How
the day, they
so-
never canceled. Now they cancel under the threat of snow.
Oh yeah.
I had a long school bus drive in high school. It was 20 some miles, 25 miles, I guess it would come out to.
Mhm,
Coastal area, the small English pockets of town.
mhm.
It was
Yeah.
a little bit more for that.
Right.
I think we're supposed to get 50 centimeters, so that's what 20 some inches, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna check what we're I think we may get 12 inches tomorrow, but that's about it. It all depends on when it falls. If it starts falling now, we're in school. It's too
Well,
early.
I
You gotta
never
keep
was
up with
lucky
that.
enough. I was never lucky enough to have children. But if I had them and I knew when they were growing up, I'd be pushing them to be weather people because they get paid a lot of money, but they don't have to be right.
No, they don't have to be good at it.
Yeah, but they're also very disliked. Or can be.
Yeah.
Smile at the picture of the day, like the dog eating cereal. Like that's all you have to do. That part is what you got to get right. The lighter side. Don't care about the weather. Get it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have a job for life. Yep.
Yep. Metro Drones, how you doing?
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Robert.
Oh, here we go. Here's our winter storm warning. Remains in effect until midnight Eastern Friday night. 6 to 9 inches overnight, up to 12 by daybreak, and freezing rain is even going to be mixed in that, which is actually worse than snow. So,
Yeah.
Robert,
wish
your
for
snow
snow
stopped,
here.
right?
hey, what's up, Robert?
What's up, Mark? Yeah, we wish for snow here more than we do for freezing rain.
Oh yeah, freezing
Well,
rain.
definitely. If you pick between the two of them,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Good evening, AZ Drones. How you doing?
I don't know about you folks in your areas. It seems like in central New York, people seem to get worse as drivers when the snow comes down. They seem to speed up for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Well, you know, the funny thing is I moved to Kansas City back in the late 80s because I owned the Little Caesars pizza franchise for 6 counties there, three in Missouri and 3 in Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And I was out in the wintertime driving around looking at stuff and whatever, and it was snowing. And it was snowing like we're used to, just it's snowing. And I got pulled over by a police officer, and he saw my Michigan plate. Says, I know, but if it starts snowing here, everybody is to stay off the roads. It's a code red unless it's a major emergency.
Oh Lord.
I looked at him and says, you're kidding me.
It is a major emergency. I got pizzas to deliver.
I said, he said, these people here can do donuts if you get a half an inch of snow on the.
That's why we laugh at Toronto every time they get a snowstorm. The National Guard's got to come in if it's over 2 inches. Like,
Yeah.
here they go again. Here comes the whining and the crying. You know.
Yeah, Metro. I think we got it figured out, Metro.
That's like Casey Neistat, that video he did the other year where he went snowboarding through New York City.
Oh,
Oh my God, how daring was it? We're like, well, that's just going to work on Monday. That's almighty. He's like, oh, I needed my 31-inch tires for what? You know,
Yep.
You'll see the car getting pushed down the hill faster.
well, now Casey moved to the West Coast now, didn't he? Yeah.
My wife was pushing him a lot for it. Her family's out there and stuff. I haven't watched him. I was never I respect what he does, but I was never a big fan of the guy. I respect though heavily what he's done for the platform and all that. He's an amazing story.
Yeah, he was in there right from the beginning, you know.
Now, brother, I know I'm going to disappoint you, but I have no idea who Casey Neistat is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Don't?
No, I do not.
Well, he has some money behind him. His wife has money, and I think he has money.
But when he's
Oh yeah. Yeah. The New York guy. Yeah.
Yeah, what's his claim to fame? I mean, I've heard the name, but I
Well,
have
he
no
does.
idea.
He does a lot of reviews on drones.
People send him stuff. Yep.
It's
but
not just drones though.
Yeah,
Everything.
but before that, he had a TV show with his brother on HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was the show?
The Neistat brothers.
Oh.
Nice, Dad. Yeah.
And then after that, he kind of walked away from Hollywood. He didn't have he wasn't rich from it. He wasn't rolling. But then he was one of the first people to walk away from Hollywood and start focusing on YouTube. So
Okay, so he's a groundbreaking YouTuber.
you know Peter McKinnon?
Nope.
Oh man, we got to get you on a couple of these people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peter McKinnon is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I've lived under a rock even on YouTube.
If you want to know anything about photography, Peter McKinnon is the guy.
Okay.
Hello, Canadian up in northern Ontario, north of Toronto. But
Yeah.
Oh, he's Canadian. Well, you sold
Yeah.
me now.
there you go.
That's all you had to say. I'm in.
Casey was the first one to really popularize daily vlogging.
Okay.
And doing like the oddball shots, working all DIY, work with what you got and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then after that, he started a business, sold it and stuff. But Peter McKinnon, he revolutionized cinematography on here. He was
Nice.
Yeah.
B-roll cinema, take those vlogs to the next level. So then they
That's cool. I'll have to check these guys out then. Yeah. Sorry to be so ignorant, but I'll educate myself.
Well, Mark, you're a busy guy. It's us old guys that have the time to sit in front of the computer and tap on this, tap on that, tap on this.
Well, Peter McKinnon is the one who got us back into YouTube. It's going to be our anniversary on February 27th, right?
Nice.
And it's
Yeah.
because we were watching him. I'd given up on my channel. I only had 2 videos, 42 subscribers left to go for almost, I don't know, a year. And we were big fans of him. And he did this video called I Made 55 Cents on YouTube. And he talked about his first paycheck, how, he didn't give up onto it and don't let Adpocalypse there, So my business experience, I got to say, jumped in and said, well, Adpocalypse, once I found out what it was, you always want to start your business during a wildfire because a lot gone, which opens new doors, new opportunities for you. So it's Peter McKinnon that got us back into it. It was that video. I still have it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Spoosa Studios evolved because of the personality of you, Andrew, and the personality of Ksenia, because the two of you are like just wonderful together. It's like the toast, the piece
And-
de resistance.
And I got to reiterate, yes, it's because of Ksenia. I agree.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say it's Andrew,
No,
but I gotta say
I
it's
definitely
Ksenia.
say Ksenia. Yes, I agree.
Love you, Andrew, but you know, I gotta go.
Speak for yourself, Rob. Speak for yourself. Uh-oh, Canadian Drone Hub wants a link.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Roger, come on in, Roger.
Yeah, I just figured he was sleeping, so I didn't.
He didn't want you on. He said you take control all the time. That's what Paul said before. You
No.
adamant about it.
Oh, look, I just saw Roger's comment. What the hell? What the hell is this? We created a live stream monster for sure. I'm telling you, everybody thinks I'm lying, and Paul denies it. He said he'd never go live stream and he'd never build
What's happening
X
here?
class FPV drone.
Yeah.
He's now live streaming. I told you, Paul. I'll help you. We'll get
What's
that
happening
X
here,
class
Paul?
working.
What's
We'll get
happening?
that X class going.
According to Lynn, I need a lot of help anyway.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're doing.
Well, I tell you what is working for me is Lynn being in the chat to kind of watch what's going on for me. Because I haven't learned the art of look over here, look over there, because I get into the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
Good. You know, I always said how Roger's channel is like when I used to go to work, all the oil in the morning, we'd all get together in the garage before we left.
Mhm.
Your channel, I can see it coming. It's going to be like an old guy barber shop where they just come in and lament with the aches, the pains, and the why.
Yeah. And everybody, you sit down in one of those barrel chairs.
Yes.
You put your hands down in the inside of your pants and just kind of sit back. Yep.
Bundy kind of look to it. Yeah, exactly. Just sit back. I don't see it taking off. You're going to be the talk of the town soon. There's a market for it. That's the biggest growing segment on YouTube.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Just like Facebook went. Same thing's happening to YouTube now. It's
Wow.
35 and up, and there's a big jump in the 55 and over.
Roger, I sent you a link. I don't know whether
It's all
you got it.
demographics, right?
That's right, and it is. That's the highest. That's the fastest growing for right now. Is it's people getting up there. That's why I don't want to try and pretend somebody I'm not. I'm happy being 45 and years. 46. It's a great demographic. It's not so much a kids game. They're all moving off to D-Link and stuff like that. Hey, John Coopy, by the way. Good to see you.
I keep trying to get Lynn to come on the panel, but she's no way.
Oh, Lynn, don't be a holdout like that.
No, Lynn, run while you can.
Run away, Lynn. Run away.
Run away, Lynn. Run away.
I like
Run away.
so I say jump on. That's just me. The other brother's more guard. He's not so.
Hey, Junk Pick, how you doing?
Hey, drunk quick.
Hey, junk pick.
Oh, Lynn says Roger's probably stuck in makeup and wardrobe, so he's got to get.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got Kim running in with the powder puff.
Yeah. Poof, boom, boom.
Oh Lord.
Oh my god, I almost went dizzy for a second.
Well, not to bring up the Muppet concept because I know that's just going to make Paul start.
Oh, don't.
No, I won't do
But
that.
I'm going to tell you right now. When I first started watching, Roger and Paul was on before I started getting active. Every time I would turn on, I'd turn it on. I'd see those two guys go back and forth with Google Hangouts. I had images of the old curmudgeons in the Muppet Show up in the
They're up in the balcony.
I'm like, these guys could be them.
Somebody now. I think this is so amazing how things have evolved.
Yes.
It's come a long way. A long way.
Roger, I'm going to send you another one just so if you missed it in makeup and wardrobe, that you can still find it. Okay.
Was Roger being a diva today or what?
I think so. I
Roger Diva. Two words I never thought I'd hear in the same sentence.
Roger Diva.
He's like the total opposite of
Unniva. Yeah.
Now, Kim, on the other hand. No,
Yeah.
just
Well,
kidding, Kevin.
Kim's a salty diva.
Yes.
Yes. He's like,
Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing, Roger?
Man, oh man, I just woke up and look how that wake up.
Hey, Roger, how you doing?
See what you created, Roger?
Yeah, I see that.
See what you've done. See what you've done.
In fact, I wasn't going to come on, but I got a special email from Lynn saying, "Mark, can you please go on there and make sure Paul behaves himself?" So I'm trying to do my best, Lynn. I'm trying
Hey,
to keep
Mark,
him safe.
that would not surprise me.
we were just talking about you before you come up. You said you're Bette Midler and Kim is like Celine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Rob.
looking at the chat.
Yeah, Roger. Rob was calling you a diva.
What?
I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking. Kurt Dart says the show that they said never would happen.
Yeah, exactly. This Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like I said, X class, next.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Paul deny it. Did you notice?
Nope.
Kind
Nope.
of. He usually
Well,
goes,
the
no.
only thing is, Mark, is when I watch you FPV guys fly, like you and Paul and everybody else, I can only watch about 30 seconds before I fall out of my chair onto the ground. And being an old guy,
Well, it's funny you say that because Aaron, the guy I work with CNY Drones, yeah, well, Aaron is his name, but his channel is Aaron, A-Aaron. That's a funny skit. But I found this out. We traveled down to Brooklyn last Saturday to do that workshop with the police,
right?
And he commented that he appreciated the way Bob, the guy who drove down, was driving. Come to find out, he gets motion sickness. He gets car sick. But when he flies FPV, not an issue.
Oh yeah.
You would think he'd be hurling. He goes, when I fly, it's fine. When I'm in a car, I want to vomit.
Well, I know if I get up out of my lazy boy too fast, he gets like, whoa.
What was that, Andrew?
FPV guys are like crack dealers. You got an answer for everything when somebody says they can't.
Yeah. Yes. Your mic's cutting out a little bit, Andrew.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And my answer to that response is so.
and
your point.
So, Roger, you weren't sleeping yet, were you?
Yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah, you woke him up, Paul, with your show.
I just woke up.
Well,
Good night, Quicksilver.
I tried to help Roger out last night, or should I say earlier this morning. I went on at 2:35 in the morning.
Yeah, 2:35 in the morning.
I saw that. I was actually awake. I woke up and I was looking at my phone and what the hell is Paul doing? He is addicted. When you get on and you hit go live at 2:30 in the morning, you got the
there's
bug.
Paul.
I find YouTube is therapeutic for me because I can only sleep in 2 or 3 hour increments.
Right.
So at 2 o'clock, I'm up and I'm going, I can't, because my back hurts, my leg hurts. And when I sit in this chair, it seems to be a little better for a while. And so I said, well, hell, let's go on and see if there's anybody else. And sure enough, I had some people on there said the same thing. Yep, we can't sleep either, or this or that. Or
Well, I'm going to try and help you out, Xenia. Can you look up the demographics for scheduling your live streams around P schedules for Paul?
That's the other thing. It's in fact, I saw an advertisement for beta prostate or whatever beta something prostate pills. I thought, because it says their hype is you can finally sleep through the night. And I'm thinking, hell, send me a case of those if they work, you know.
Definitely, that's an investment in peace.
Yep. So it just is something else. But
The
Yeah,
Paul Murray Show, 2:30 a.m. brought to you by
Yeah.
Life Extension Ultra Prostate Formula.
Yeah.
And the little blue pill.
Well, okay. If somebody's taking the little blue pill and they're watching Paul's show, we have a problem.
We have a problem.
Or Paul has a problem. Or that guy has a
Well,
problem.
I would say Paul has a problem.
And if you're taking the little blue pill, I understand you can't do a stream like that, because it.
Yeah, it takes away the effect of having that bucket under my desk. That's for sure.
Andrew, Andrew, I'm sorry.
Kinda
I'm
hard to
sorry,
use.
Andrew.
Kind of hard to use that bucket I put under my desk. When
That's
I don't wanna
right.
do it.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
I
no,
told
be
you.
careful.
I told you. If you
Plus-
wanted your show to take a nosedive, just send me the link.
And the only other thing I would see with that problem would be it would spit out your catheter.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, okay.
Like a blow dart.
Good night, everybody.
Blow
Yeah.
Right through the sheetrock.
Nice, very good. Yep.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Logan Carpenter, how you doing?
Skip Miller.
going exactly as I expected.
And a strong recommendation when inserting the catheter, please make sure you wash all the Bengay off your hand before you apply.
Oh,
Well, what I want to know about that commercial is who said Ben was gay,
feel the burn. Feel the burn.
Yeah.
Feel the burn. Feel the burn.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a deal with the nut bra. You can get.
Oh, here we go again.
There we go. There we go.
I'll tell you, you want to get back at somebody, put some Bengay in their nut bra, and you'll get them right back. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, hold on. I gotta.
Or some
I
pepper H and
have a
H.
link to show you guys. Hold on.
A whole panel of naughty monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curtis,
We have-
Andrew started it. Andrew started it.
We know that.
He did it. Or he did it. He did it.
It was him.
Oh,
It wasn't me.
there
It was
is.
him.
Everybody's pointing at somebody else.
I got our own Brady Bunch thing going on here.
Yeah.
I got a link here, and
Is it pornography?
I look at these crazy things there about the paranormal crap and all that there, and
Paranormal pornography?
weird things that go on. Look at 5 minutes into this link. I just got to find it, make sure it's this one. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Paul, you're about to get to be demonetized.
There, Roger finally gets some payback on all that.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. Yeah.
You want to demonetize my channel? Here's
Here,
here's
watch
yours.
this.
Don't make me have to get the puppets out now.
Now this is another guy's video though. I'm not gonna well, should
You can
I?
put- Are
Yeah,
you
I'll
allowed to
put the
put
link.
links? Are you allowed to put links in chats?
Yeah.
As long
Yeah.
as you don't show it, right?
Yes, I don't want to show it. Yeah, I'll just put the link in,
Yeah.
and you go to the 5 minutes into the video. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the link, and it's somebody everybody knows already. Go 5 minutes into the video.
Well,
You've got me, my interest peaked.
you have piqued everybody's interest, Roger.
Of course, everybody's
Right.
have to go on mute because they're gonna have to put the sound on.
5 minutes in, huh?
Oh, Skippy's in here, a good friend of mine, Skippy. I remember Skip
What
was.
the hell?
I said 5 minutes into the video, not the first minute.
How old is this video?
Oh.
Just recently.
Check the date
Fuck.
there at the
Yeah.
bottom. On it.
February
Heck,
1st.
What the heck is he doing there?
I was surprised when I saw
Ken
that.
Heron. What the
Yeah.
hell?
I was surprised when I saw that this afternoon. That's what.
One of his old.
Hey, Ksenia, how you doing?
They're saying hi to you.
Hi.
That's that. Well, what a beautiful lady.
He said, "What a beautiful lady." Paul said.
How many links you send me, Paul? Okay.
I sent you 3 or 4, Roger.
I just got one on the phone.
Ksenia.
Hey, can't you
What?
turn Ksenia's microphone on for her?
Oh, she's working with somebody else right now. She's doing another live stream.
Oh, okay.
That's why. So, very rarely do we get to watch something together. That's quite rare.
Yeah, but look at Logan. Yeah, just go to 5 minutes in that video.
Yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. 5 minutes and what, like 15 seconds or something like that?
Something like that. I was surprised to see him on that one though.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one before. That's pretty cool.
Maybe it's not his, and it's the whole point is a Ken
Could be.
video that wasn't supposed to be there. It just showed up, and
Maybe Ken doesn't know that was released.
that's a translucent Ken.
Oh, it's from his channel though.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. This is clips from his channel. So
Uh-oh.
Oh, Andrew's on a roll now. Here he goes.
She's laughing about the translucent Ken part. I said it's not Ken's video. Is the whole point that a ghost of Ken appeared? It's like a translucent.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was filming last night. Oh my god, a Ken Heron appeared.
That's scary enough.
all right, I'm done.
Was it good for you, Robert?
No, it was not.
Look at poor Mark. Mark is just mesmerized.
No, I'm actually commenting. It turns out that Max Air 420, love the name. He's actually from my hometown.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I made a video last Christmas, an FPV video. I went and checked out a few places we used to hang out as kids and flew the drone there and then posted it. And all of a sudden he comments, he goes, "That place looks really familiar." And that's how we found out that we were from the same area. So yeah, yep. I flew near an old abandoned factory called Tuck Tape. And there's still an operating train service track that runs through there with freight trains and stuff and trestles. So he recognized it. It was kind of cool.
Newfound Drone Productions. Bill, how you been doing? Skip Miller, Roger, will you read what I typed for Paul? Read it to him. Kai.
Yeah, I read it.
Paul already read it. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm behind the chat a little bit there. Like I said, I just woke up, so.
Roger is the consummate. He keeps an eye on everything.
Oh, I feel like I'm on Canadian Drone Hub now. I forgot that you were hosting it.
Yeah. Roger comes in and takes over. See, that's what happens.
Hey, Andrew, that's why it's Studio B. You know what I mean?
Oh, so what you're saying is Rogers is Studio A.
Hey.
Hey.
Canadian Drone Hub from Studio A.
Hey. That's our new tagline. Just like those guys. And we're broadcasting from studio.
You never get
Hey.
Hey.
that one. That's-
Yep.
So just to give you guys a little bit of an update on the weather, I'll show you my cam outdoors. Really having fun here.
Still snowing, huh?
Yeah,
It's still snowing here too.
and it's
Look at
coming
that.
down pretty good. It's been doing this since I think 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's been coming down like this.
Oh man, Roger.
Yeah,
My son came and got my truck. My son came and got my truck because he has to go out somewhere. Okay. Anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's going pretty good. We're supposed to get quite a bit of
Well,
snow.
it's like
That's my webcam there. That's what I got going on outside.
there you go. There's Roger.
Trying to Sending Xenia to the grocery store in case the storm gets worse. So there you
That
go.
looks like Newfoundland the other last week.
That's just back with groceries.
Jeez.
I'll tell you,
Jay,
Andrew is the quickest guy I have ever met with pulling things up like relevant to write. If it would take me 5 or 10 minutes to find that.
Relevant? That begs to be questioned, but funny, yes.
Class too. I've seen him do it in 20 minutes or over. I've seen
So, Robert, how's things going at work? You're still getting lots of complaints about the aircraft, and
No, I haven't had any complaints for the last couple of weeks, so it's been pretty slow.
wow.
Hope everything's okay, Logan. I know you
yeah, me too. There are flood, tornado warnings today.
Mm.
That's not good.
be safe.
I know it's windy here like anything. I know that it's really blowing here. I'm not like in Montreal and pavement town. Probably got no snow there, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, well, it's coming. We're supposed to get the kids' school was canceled already. They announced it tonight.
Oh yeah?
We're expecting, they say 30 to 50 centimeters. I say it's not going to happen because they canceled school. That pretty much sealed the deal. We're not going to get it. So,
Yeah, well, you know, it's all coming here, that's why.
well, guys,
You can have it, Roger.
Uh-huh.
but help Roger beat the snow. There's a Roger Palooza coming up next week. There you go.
Yes.
Not by
There we
there.
go.
Yeah.
There you yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man.
Drop by. He's going to be
Lots of room for everybody to build an igloo.
Yeah.
great. Nothing but the best.
So to since my brother brought it up, Roger, is that date confirmed now with Val and everybody? You know, is that a good date? The 18th.
I
that weekend?
confirmed the date for the 18th, Val. She confirmed it. Okay.
Okay. It put a lot of pressure on me. You're like, well, we're waiting to hear from Mark to make sure what date we're having this.
Yeah.
I've seen that on our last
Crap.
post. Yeah.
I'm like,
People
crap.
from all over North America wanted to know the date. And Andrew, your microphone has gone real quiet. Did you hit a button?
That's why.
I don't know why it's going quiet. I'll go check the size again. Oh, Zoom is such a pain.
It is quieter.
Yeah, pretty
don't you
quiet.
think? Yeah.
Hey, Washington County News, how you doing? Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody, for Paul.
No, it's for
Oh,
Rod
do we have
Studio Beat.
to hit it for Paul? Or?
There you go.
Oh wait, if I'm going to keep up the tradition, I better start putting the dislikes on Paul's now too. I'll tell you what, Roger, I'm going to stop doing it on your channel and transfer it over to Paul's.
Okay. Yeah, it's been missing for a couple of days anyway.
Yeah, I haven't been able to be on. That's why I've been really busy.
Is this any better, guys?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Whoa! Whoa!
How's this?
you might as well have just said, "I'm
Take that
Batman."
off.
Is it now?
That's good.
I thought I heard Barry White for a second there.
Yeah, well, it was pretty close.
I thought he was going to bust out a tune.
He almost
He thought
did it.
about it. He thought about it.
We know you too well, Ann.
I'm screaming in my ears every night, so I don't do that.
That's
Max
good.
here. Remember, like Centroid can tell you what happened last year when he tried to get that license.
Oh, he's talking about his enhanced license to go through the border.
Yeah.
That's just not for flying drones.
Okay.
Well, the way
I think
the-
that's what it sounds like.
Yep,
You know,
the
it's
way
very
to
simple.
get around that is on Canadian Drone Hub. They had one of the guys from Transport Canada was on their panel, and they asked him that specifically. As an American, if we come to Canada and we bring a mini and it's under the 250 grams, do we have to register anything out? And they said no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For that.
Okay, so I'm bringing a fleet of minis with me then.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're all going to be called minis.
Yeah.
I figured you'd have no trouble with that, Mark. You've had lots of enhancement surgeries in the past. I figured you
I've been trying to break away from the family resemblance. There's no doubt about it. It hasn't worked yet.
Okay, yeah, it says yes for the border.
Areas,
For the next one. Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know how much it costs, but yeah, it'll take a few weeks to process, but it shouldn't be too hard. We all have them here.
Well, Mark, you tell them about your story about how you applied last year to fly in Canada.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really tried to do it the right way. 3 months prior to going to Rogers, I got the paperwork off their website, filled it out, even got Rogers' information so I could put down his license, his certification, showed him my, I indicated my license. I had all the registrations for all my drones, and I sent it in. After multiple attempts at trying to get in touch with them and saying, I sent you this, what's the update? Nothing. So 3 months go by, I go to Rogers. 3 weeks after I get back from Rogers, I get a response from them. And it wasn't a denial, it wasn't an acceptance, it was more paperwork. They said, okay, now you have to fill this out. And it was like 4 pages long of stuff I had no idea. I swear they made it up just as a wild goose chase to keep filling it out. And not to mention the fact that for up until I'd say about 2 months ago, I got a letter from them, an email from them saying, we haven't heard from you yet about flying. And, as a result of this, we're going to have to deny you. I'm like, that was July.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes no sense. How are you going to deny me to fly in July when it's 6 months
When it's already past
Yeah.
the date.
It's like,
Yeah.
are you
But in all
kidding me?
fairness, you had to send
That
in
makes no
with an
sense.
application, and you sent in the paperwork for your old identification before the enhancement. You sent in this one instead of your current one, and that's where they got you.
No, that's when I was in that's when I was in the witness protection program. My cover's been blown though.
Everything was up. I would,
Well, Andrew said you were always the pretty one in the family.
I know,
That's not saying much, Paul. Hey, compared to what?
you still see some resemblance on rainy days. You can see it.
Yes.
That's funny. Well, the only thing I would question, Mark, is we're sitting here laughing about you got this, and they said they were going to deny you. Is that mean it's going to be on record that you had requested to fly and were denied for future?
Have no idea. Don't care.
Yeah. So, Mark, when you
Can't
came
hear you,
through,
Andrew. I
Mark,
couldn't hear
when
you
you-
there. Yeah, go ahead, Robert.
when you came through customs, you told them, right, that you were flying off of Rogers'
No.
license, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, all his things were in the back, and that's it.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was having to deal with the fact that Val told him he doesn't have any drugs.
Yeah, I had Val to contend with.
That's enough right there. Yeah.
And Andrew knows this. We've talked about this before. We exchanged money at the duty free before we got to the border, and I'd been vlogging a little bit with the camera suction cup to the windscreen so it could pan to me or to Val. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm taking the camera down from the window." She goes, "Aren't we going to videotape us going through the border?" I said, "Do you want to get through the border?"
Exactly.
She goes, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
I said, "No cameras. No, none of
No.
this. Don't give them an
No.
excuse." I
Give
hid
them
that thing
any
so.
excuse to search anything. Yeah.
And the thing with the border is always less is more. If you want to look guilty about something, start volunteering information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not there to hear your life story. They don't care about your life story. And that's a great way for them to start to wonder if something's wrong.
Yeah.
Answer their questions as short as possible. Yes.
I was
No.
under the understanding that Val's plane, when she came to the East Coast, was delayed a couple of times because she had her little pocket Osmo, and she went right into the plane with it going and tapped on the captain's door and started doing her inside the airplane and
Tourist. But I gotta say, and she'd laugh if she were here. I don't mean to pick on her, but she was hysterical when we came back to the through the American border, coming back to the States. And this is the first time I'd ever been asked this question. We get to the border, and the American guard goes, "So what was your purpose?" I said, "I was visiting a relative and some friends in Canada." And he goes, "What's your cousin's name?" And I said, "His name is Jean Monty." He goes, "That sounds French." And he goes to Val, "Who are you visiting?" She goes, "Roger Martin." Roger Martin. And he just looked and he's like, "Just go." Just go.
Move along, people. Move along.
Nothing to see here. Nothing
Yeah.
to see here. You would have thought she'd have tumbled to Roger Martin or something.
No, it was Martin.
Years ago,
No accent, no nothing. Just
years ago,
bland.
a music company. We had our trade show every year in Anaheim, California. And that was right after a couple of years after 2011 when they introduced the new law, no passport, no fly. That was going through on January 23rd. And at the time, that was the first day. If you had no passport, you weren't allowed to board a plane. All those years I've carried a passport and I lost it at the trade show.
Oh,
Never happened in my life. And I went around in the time my first wife, I called her at 4 a.m. She had to scramble at the Dorval Airport, go to Air Canada, fax down my birth certificate. All I had was a black and white copy of my license. And they didn't want me to get on. I rescheduled flights. I followed them front. I said, "This is what you asked for." I'm lying through my teeth. Like I lost it on the 21st of January. I would have gotten home eventually, but the backlog then probably would have been 2.5, 3 weeks. I would have been stuck in California trying to get it sorted out, or
Yeah.
hit the train from there all the way up into Vancouver and then fly home. So finally, in the middle of the night, they agreed to send me. So the next morning, that evening, they put me on a flight. I had to fly 2 red eyes in one night.
oof.
LA to Calgary, Calgary to Toronto, Toronto to Montreal.
Huh.
And I get into Calgary and I'm showing the guy, I finally bullshitted my way this far. And I'm like showing the guard coming back into Canada. He's him and Han. Because if they reject me, I got to go right back to LA on the first flight and start over again.
Oh, God.
And only after 10 minutes, he goes and he stamps it. He goes, "Here." And I walked over and there was a couple of Canadian flags there. And I'm just kind of standing in a daze. He goes, "I bet you want to hug those right now, don't you?"
I bet so, yeah.
And I'm kind of backing up as I'm saying yes, even making sure I'm further they can't back over the line or anything. Not that I don't like to say, but I mean, that would have been probably would have been at least 2 to 3 weeks to get home.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
So many were stuck down there for months without it when they went down. Would have taken forever to get to the embassy. It was the worst mess, and the only time in my life I ever lost a passport. Yeah, it sucks. So, I miss those days. It was so easy. The border was nothing more than like kind of a toll booth, if you will. Back.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was kind of the harmony between the country. I do miss that because, like driving truck, you pull up. Well, we had a bit more because we had our papers and stuff, but it used to just be such a minor technicality. And it's weird now to go there and have to wait, the passport and all that stuff, and vice versa for Americans coming up. It's
Yeah.
a story. Just changes the whole dynamic of it. That's just.
Yeah.
The only time I ever got really, aside from when I was in college, that's a different story. Because we went to Plattsburgh. The only time, like traveling to go visit relatives, I ever got pulled over was just after my daughter was born. I brought my wife quite a few times to Canada to visit relatives, but this one time the Canadians pulled us over. They made us go into the office, and we sat there for about an hour. And of course, I'm like, I have no idea why they pulled us over. And my wife goes, "Is this about the time to tell you that I have pepper spray in the car?" I'm like, "Yes." Yes, but it turns out it turns out that had nothing to do with it. Come to find out, when they ran my wife's identification, when they looked at her papers and he typed it in, they pulled us over because they didn't know who she was, because my wife had this habit of, her name is Kathleen, but she goes by Kathy. And on some legal documents, she signed Kathleen. And on other legal documents, like our wedding certificates, it's Kathy. And so
therefore she has an alias.
Yes. So word of advice to people: when you're doing legal stuff, please keep your name consistent. Otherwise, something like this can happen. So they quite literally called us over and they looked at her and I'm like, "Oh, you're in trouble, not me." Like, this is awesome. And they said, "Are you Kathy or are you Kathleen?" She goes, "Well, I'm both." They're like, "You can't be." And that they were just, I wouldn't say they were having fun. They were trying to make a point. They're like, "Your documents aren't consistent and I'm like, wow, we got pulled over because you use your name differently on different legal things.
Well, that happened to you one time before when they asked, "Are you Mark or Sandy?" I remember.
No, I'm Bigelow.
Hello.
Deuce Bigelow.
And he's an organ donor.
Get that close in case I needed it. Sorry, it's just been bugging me.
Oh, that, yeah, I obviously got a picture of when I lost weight.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. You got the more flattering picture, at least. Can always count on you, Andrew.
Yeah, that was good. That was just funny because I like, oh.
Well, Andrew had a baby picture he showed of you the other day. You know, one of the naked baby ones where you're turning and smiling, and you were the only naked baby with a beard I ever saw.
Did I have a hairy back too?
No.
Oh
you-
wait, that came in when I was 8.
Yeah.
I went through puberty at 8. That's when I got the back hair. Okay, I got you.
Human chia pets.
Yes. Well, the chia pet was fashioned after me. Just letting you know that I was the model.
Well, Andrew did say he used to have fun watering you every night. So I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound right.
No, that don't sound right at all, Mark. No.
No.
Okay, cut it.
Thanks everybody for watching the
Look, you
PMS
scared
show.
Andrew away. Jeez.
He's probably kissing on Ksenia. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, Roger. We there's a slim chance we may not have school tomorrow, so that's why I'm kind of up still. I'm playing that card, but chances if I'm staying up late, that means we're gonna have school. If I went to bed early,
It
we'd
must
be
be
off.
snowing. Must be
Not
snowing
yet.
there.
It's gonna start after midnight, and that's usually when if we're gonna close school, the snow's got to come at the right time, like
Okay.
around 2-3 in the morning, where they can't.
Okay, Jay, have a good night, my friend.
Take
All
care.
right, Jay. So is it snowing by you, Paul?
Yeah, it's still snowing.
Actually, I don't even know if it's snowing right now. Let me see if I can find something here.
Oh, don't
They
do that.
sometimes
Mark.
have what
Don't
yawn.
start yawning. Yeah.
Oh, dude. It's been a long week. Friday is so, and I'm still recovering from last Saturday. To be honest with you, I don't remember last weekend.
Don't remember it.
Yeah, I mean that was such a long day on Saturday, down in New York City and back in one day.
Okay.
That was a long ass drive.
Yeah, it's 5.5 hours to Brooklyn from
Yeah.
here. So basically 11 hours
Well,
in
and
the car.
5
and
there, and you were
Yeah.
what for? An
about
hour?
5. No, we were there for 5-6 hours.
Oh,
Jay
and then you drove
Santiago,
back.
good
Then we
night,
5
drove
hours,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Hell of a way.
It was fun though. I don't regret it. It's just long.
Yeah.
Yep. Jay Santiago, thanks for coming in. You have a good evening, my friend.
Hey, have a good night, Jay.
Take care, Jay.
Oh, our spring is coming. Our spring is coming. Yay, yay.
Uh-huh.
Is it
Old man Winter's giving us one big shot there, and after that's finished.
St. Patrick's Day before we?
Here, I'm going to share the screen, Paul, if you don't mind.
Sure,
See,
go ahead.
I ask permission here, by the way.
Hey,
Just saying.
Mark, we're family. You know.
Oh,
you just-
okay. Well, don't remind me.
The lady.
Okay. Did I share the screen? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, that's one of the cameras in city of Syracuse right now. It's just wet. We've got snow, but like I said, this can turn to ice. It can turn to a foot of snow by the morning. If it stays like this, we got school, but who knows what's going to happen overnight.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have a camera like yours, Roger. Someday maybe I will. So I tapped into the local news feed. That's it. I stopped
Well,
sharing, right?
That works.
By the way, you should close your tabs, all of them, before you do that, Mark, just as a side note.
Yeah.
Cowboythongs.com, and I just thought I'd let you know.
Now that's funny.
Do you expect any less, Paul?
No.
I don't even answer for him, no.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay,
All right, Robert.
getting another drink. Are we?
Here's what it's looking like.
No,
here.
I have to pee, Roger.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make place for more. Get another drink.
There's
See,
what it's looking like here.
Robert, that's why you put the bucket under the desk.
Is that
I'm
what
telling you.
that's?
Yes. I mean, haven't you noticed every once in a while I start to do this? You know what's happening. It just hey, listen, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do, you know.
Well, you know, the old time westerns. Remember in the saloons, they used to have the spittoons.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wondered if they didn't get more than just spit in there. You know.
I'm sure they have.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the weather, and they're calling it's just widespread snow all the way across the state, still moving north up towards Roger.
Yeah, is it going towards Centroid?
No, it's going north at this point, but yeah, I think Centroid storm is going to be coming up the coast.
Yeah, I think it's coming up, but I'm going to take a look at the pattern here.
But maybe it's all the blaze snow is always coming like frontwards, like this towards the balcony, right? And I never see it going that way.
right.
It's always coming frontwards towards the front door.
There you go. There's Montreal there.
Wait a minute, I gotta see this. Hold on. Okay,
Oh,
it's not so bad.
No.
it's not too bad, but it's still
like
got
it's about-
snow.
Yeah, it looks like it stopped snowing almost.
See, there's the radar next to it right there.
There you go.
Oh, Paul, that storm there's another storm north of the one that's hitting southern New York.
Yeah.
This one is actually coming from Detroit.
Oh, is it?
It's
Okay.
following up. It's essentially following up over the up the St. Lawrence, essentially straddling U.S. and Canada. So Roger, you're probably getting what I'm going to get tomorrow, because that part of it is just the southern tip that's just starting to come in. So yeah, you got a lot of blue over there in Quebec. Here, let's see.
Go ahead, Mark.
The amount of snow's been going up ever since last night. Yesterday started off at 20 centimeters. Then this morning was 30. This afternoon was 35. Now it's up to what, 60 now?
Yeah. So you can see, if you can see this right here, that I'm right here in central New York. I'm not going to get a ton, but this blue band is just streaming
Streaming.
across Canada, Quebec and Montreal and such. So yeah, well,
Well,
like I said, we get close to what you have. Not as bad, but sometimes it's almost the same thing.
Max here says it's rain here. No rain here. Missing us was raining though. Okay.
Yeah, the storm warning, it says a total of 30 to 50 centimeters. So 50 centimeters is basically 20 inches.
That's a good chunk of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A total snow will intensify this evening and persist through Friday. In addition, strong northeast winds will gust up to 60 kilometers per hour. These winds combined with snow will cause blowing snow over several areas of southern and central Quebec. Rapidly accumulating snow will make travel difficult. Visibility may be reduced. So blah, 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 blah.
Wow, you're going to get hit too, Andrew.
Oh, yeah, we'll get some of it, but it's usually never as bad as they say it is. So there.
Oh, yeah.
Drag the slider across 4 hours and find it show like the worst tornado God's ever created. Can you imagine? Like, just go there, whatever the weather will be like at 5 tonight, and it looks like all done. Yeah.
Let's see.
Robert, you're not having any snow out there right now, are you? In
No,
Wisconsin?
it's quiet here. So
Yeah.
yeah, it all bypassed us and going straight to you, Paul.
Yeah, we're lucky.
That's right. Junk Pick is in Montreal. Sorry, I forgot about that again. Yes, Junk Pick is in Montreal with the missus. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. sir.
Yes, Newfound, no problem. Go ahead and share a link if you'd like. Just tell us what it is.
Our weather warning's gone off. It's not on here anymore.
Yeah, you sent it to us.
Uh,
We've taken it over for you, Roger.
Well, I heard that
Junk Pick, I hope you're having a great time in Montreal.
I heard that Kim dressed up in his regaling Moses, and he went out with his staff and parted the skies. You know. So,
Yeah. Believe I got some property to sell you.
I'm watching Newfound Drone Productions. Yeah, he's got a little bit of snow there.
Kim went,
Dang.
he went out, but not like Moses. He told Mother Nature to give up this craziness and take up a whoop. She'll enjoy it more.
oh, that ought to be a good video. Newfound Drone put up a video of him cleaning out his snowbanks today.
That stuff goes so. It is unbelievable.
What's that?
Anything weather like that where you can
Yeah.
cleaning the snow, any amount like that.
Yeah, I saw some pictures earlier where they, it was like a tunnel going to the house.
Weird. No, the stuff like that. People are always searching for weather stuff like that, and it seems like it's easy to get into people's recommendeds with stuff like that. So
I wonder what the age demographic is for that. Because apparently, as you get older, the only thing you want to talk about is the weather.
well,
and notice what we're doing.
Yeah.
that's the,
That and making bathroom runs.
but it's true though. The age demographic is getting that way. Same as Facebook went. A couple of years ago, Facebook was mostly younger people. Now they're all pretty much. There's still some on it, but not the numbers used to be. It's
Oh yeah, kids in my high school. There's no Facebook.
They're all over on Twitter, right?
No, not even Twitter. Instagram is usually it.
Oh,
Or they got their faces stuck in this thing called TikTok all day long.
Yep.
You familiar with TikTok, that app?
Yeah.
That's a new platform for content creators, I guess.
Well, Inspired John, he comes into our stream.
Yeah.
He's found TikTok, tried it. That's where his comedic element is working best. We always say he's got every housewife in North America following him now. He's like killing it over there
Really, that's cool.
because he's got that kind of whimsical. He's a bit like Louis P. Floyd, a little bit, and he's got this translates well into like a 60-second video, and people are eating it up over there.
we haven't seen Caillou around much. What's
I haven't seen Caillou much either. He and I haven't. We got to get together sometime and go flying, but he doesn't work with CNY drones as much anymore. And so so I've been meeting with them, and I haven't been able to meet up with him. But we talk once in a while, or chat, I should say, text. But we got to get together and fly sometime. He's been posting a few videos here and there. More so than I have.
noticed a few times that I see him when he comes on. He's right at it, fixing something or working on a drone.
Oh yeah.
You're lucky, Junk Pick. Yeah. I'm looking at Bill's video there. Bill, okay, I see you're cleaning your yard with your snowblower and everything. Okay, imagine back, I don't know how many years ago. I was young then. We had snowbanks ripped to the telephone wires.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. You could touch the telephone wires.
It used to be one we go into was like a tunnel. Only in the big in the sun would you get any light down on it.
And Bill, that's for real. That's not like us old people saying, you young whippersnappers, we had to walk uphill through 6 feet of snow every day to go to school. Uphill back too.
I'm doing good there, Jeffrey Freestyle. Yeah, Paul woke me up.
Oh, okay. Look at Pusa's trying to be Caillou there.
Yeah, there you go.
Going through Caillou withdrawals. So
I still haven't convinced him, or I still haven't even mentioned it to him, that we need to do a Halloween costume where we do the Money for Nothing video characters.
Oh yeah.
That would be epic. You guys would go so viral with something like that.
Can I actually have the cigar, please?
Yes, I insist.
Okay. Okay.
Right without
Exactly.
sacrilege. Yeah.
Now I got to make him carry a TV or a fridge or something.
Don't break his back on him. It's Caillou.
That's funny.
Caillou gone bad.
I love wears it with a badge of honor. He is so awesome for that.
He's funny. He is funny. He's funny.
Well, Lynn is making a comment. Lynn and I have known each other since we were about 5 or 6 years old. And the back of my house, I live in the old family house. My parents have been gone. But my back of my house is the schoolyard. So I walk across the schoolyard and into school and then back home. I used to come home for lunch.
Nice.
This is the house that I grew up into. My parents still live here. And if you look at the house, the window at the corner,
Yep.
every year almost, my mother lives in an igloo, for the lack of a better term, on the first floor. The snow coming off the roof and those windows on the first floor almost never get sunlight.
We're covered, huh?
Nah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that almost looks like Roger's house.
That's what I told him when I got.
Oh yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah.
And the garage that you see between the trees, there's many years we were able to slide from the garage and the snowbank would go on an angle right down through there. Always.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, hit the wrong button.
Well, gentlemen, I got to part ways with you. As much as I love the conversation and the
Well,
ribbing.
Mark, it's really great of you to come in. I
Yeah.
know you got school in the morning.
Well, maybe not. If you see me right away at 9:00 on Roger's channel
There you go.
chatting, then maybe I have off, and I'll try to catch up with you guys.
I
Then.
gotta let you go, guys. Too. Xenia's doing something. I don't know what she's doing.
Okay.
I'll get this going.
Andrew, you make sure that you give Ksenia a big kiss and a hug for all of us.
Well, once I
Yeah.
finish what she's doing, we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, Mark.
Goodbye, Mark. Goodbye, Andrew.
Be well, guys.
See you,
Thanks for
Andrew.
being here. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yep, thank you.
There we go. So everybody, check out everybody's channel. And don't forget to hit that like button for Paul.
Smash that like button for Paul.
Roger
Ah.
looks a wide awake and bushy tailed. He got up. He had to have
I'm going back to bed too.
wake.
I'm
Make
I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you, Roger. I'm right
in
behind you.
wardrobe. Yeah.
It was a long day today.
Yeah. Well, guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think we should call it for the day?
Yeah, you better call it for a night. Yeah,
That is up to you, Sir Paul.
Yeah. That's it. It's up to you, Paul.
Yep. Well, make sure that everybody says
Bye,
goodbye
Lynn.
to everybody, and thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Lynn made me come on tonight because she said you need to go on, you young snapper, you. And so that's why I'm here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. But I always do what Lynn tells me. Always.
Do you remember how to just close the stream and not the whole thing completely?
No.
You got to go to
Go up
that
top.
3 dots, where the 3 dots
top.
are,
Yeah.
and then you go and you stop stream.
Okay. So everybody, good night. Thanks again. We'll hope to see you soon. Remember, tomorrow morning at 9:00, Canadian Drone Hub from Studio A.
Hey.
yeah.
Okay, guys. Goodbye, everybody in the chat.
Yep.
Good night, chat. Good night, Lenny.
Good night, Lynn.
Yep. Lenny's been a help. She's been a dear.
She's your
Caught in
moderator.
headlights, but a deer. Okay. Now I go over here.
Where the 3 dots are,
Three
and it
dots.
says stop live stream.